Hi, we're Teens Teach Technology, and this is our lesson on scam calls. Who are we? We are a part of a youth organization called Teen Teach Technology. We are high school students from all over the United States, but primarily based in Long Island, New York. We aim to teach the older adult population the basics of technology. We'll be presenting our new series of internet safety, which include avoiding viruses, scam emails, and calls. Today we'll be learning about scam calls, our final lesson of this series. I'm Emma, and I'm a senior in high school from New York, and I love to read.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm a sophomore from New York, and I like to listen to music in my free time.
Millions of people fall victim to scam calls each year, and you are no exception. How do you identify and protect yourself from these calls? What should you do if your information or money gets stolen because of a scam call? How can you prevent these kinds of calls in the future? We are here today to help you understand what scam calls are and how to avoid them. Although it may seem like a scam call is someone genuinely attempting to contact you, this is often not the case. So, what is a scam call? A scam call is when someone calls you with the goal of stealing your money or personal information. You may receive these calls in many forms, and it is important to be cautious when answering calls from unknown numbers. How to identify scam calls?
The last thing you want to do is be tricked into giving away money or personal information to a scammer. So it's important to recognize these scam tactics. Here are some examples. So common scam calls include fake bank or credit calls, IRS tax fraud calls, and lottery and giveaway winner calls. And we'll be going over each of these in more detail. So the first type of scam call is IRS tax fraud calls. These type of calls scare you by telling you you are going to be sued or possibly arrested for committing IRS tax fraud. If you receive a call from someone claiming to be from the IRS, know that IRS does not contact taxpayers by email, text messages, or social media to request personal or financial information. You can also tell it's suspicious if they ask you to pay money through wire transfer, cash, or gift card, or the person speaking is not extremely fluent in English. So we're going to play a little 1-minute video to show you guys an example of what an IRS tax fraud call sounds like.
Hello, this call is officially a final notice from IRS, Internal Revenue Service. The reason of this call is to inform you that IRS is filing a lawsuit on your name because you had tried to do a fraud with the IRS Internal Revenue Service, and we are taking a legal action and we are issuing an arrest warrant on your name. To get more information regarding this case file, just call us back on our department number, 773-536-1343. I will repeat it, 773-536-1343. Thank you.
So if you ever get a call that sounds something like that, make sure to block the number and ignore it. The next type of scam call we'll be going over is a fake bank or credit call. These type of calls create a fake scenario that seem quite urgent in order to persuade you to give away your personal information, like your credit card details, social security number, or your mother's maiden name. Here are some examples of scenarios they may use: offering lower interest rates, loan payoffs, try to convince you to sign up for a product or service. And the scam caller's intent is to steal your credit card information and make charges to your card or sell your information. Legitimate credit card companies or other organizations will almost never call you first, so be cautious of who you are giving your information to. So now we're going to be watching a 1-minute video on what a fake bank and credit call sounds like.
Hello?
Voice message regarding your current credit card account. We have made several attempts to reach you. This is your final courtesy call before we are unable to lower your credit card interest rate. Press 1 to speak to the member.
Thank you for calling the credit card services. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Okay, so sir, I can see that you heard the recording and you respond to get the low rate in a credit card, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so sir, in your profile, I can see the interest rate that you're healthy paying on your credit card, which is above than 11%. So that's why today we have qualified your profile to get the low rates of less than 4% for the rest of the credit card life. All right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so sir, as I told you, the interest rate that you're getting it will be less than 4%. And in your profile, I can see that the current postal code that is right.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Hello.
Yep, that's it.
And your current residing address. Okay, so sir, what I'm going to do for you, I'm just going to pull up the blank statements of the credit card, and I'll let you know the current balance you have, the available credit, the last payment you made, and the due payments on you. And after that, I will gonna activate the service on your card. And for that, sir, I need to verify the expiration date of the card, so I can put it in my computer and pull up the blank statement for you.
What credit card are we talking about?
Sir, I'm talking about your CIBC Visa card.
Okay, and what's the name on it?
So if you ever get a call sounding something like that, make sure to block the number and just ignore the call. The final type of scam call we'll be going over is a lottery and giveaway winner call. These type of calls pitch prizes, giveaways, or products that seem too good to be true in order to entice you into giving up personal information and money. Here are some examples of free services or prizes they claim they can provide. Monthly deposits of large amounts of cash, free vacation trips, expensive cars. However, to claim these prizes, they will usually ask you to deposit a large amount of money. Legit organizations will never ask you to give up sensitive credit card information over calls, so do not fall for that fraudulent practice. So now we will be watching a video of what a lottery and giveaway winner call sounds like.
Money, sir. You have won it.
I won $4 million.
$4.5 million and a 2016 Pearl White Mercedes Benz.
And a 2016 Pearl White Mercedes-Benz and $4.5 million.
That's right. All from the publisher's clearance out.
Wow, I never thought this would happen to me.
Well, it's happening, sir. Congratulations to you, Mr. CJ.
Oh, thank you. It's amazing.
You did not receive the notification letter that we sent to you?
The one that said I won $4.5 million?
That's right.
I don't think I got it.
As I told you, you only need to get your 1% UPS delivery fee paid so that we could have the United Postal Service to deliver your package over at your home of residence.
Oh, you need me to pay for the delivery of the package?
That's right.
So that is what a lottery and giveaway winner call sounds like. So if you ever get a call sounding similar to that, make sure to block and just ignore the call. Other types of scam calls include insurance and healthcare calls, calls from charities, especially after disasters, and robo-automated calls from random companies. There are also unsolicited calls from government agencies, public utility, and major tech firm companies. They will rarely call you first unless you have contacted them.
Do you have any questions on what we just learned? Feel free to email us if you do. We just learned about how to identify scam calls. How can I deal with scam calls? If you happen to receive a scam call, here are several ways to protect yourself or prevent future calls. First, report the call. Next, block the phone number, and then download a call filtering app. The first step is reporting calls. There are different types of scams and frauds which you can determine on this website. To report common scams, go to this website. So the website is called Federal Trade Commission Complaint Assistant. Click on the button that says mobile devices or telephones, and then click on the buttons that apply to your scenario. Next, blocking a phone number. Click on the phone app on your smartphone's home screen. Then click the recents icon at the bottom of your screen once you have entered the app. Blocking a caller prevents them from contacting you via text or phone.
Blocking a phone number continued. If you like to block the most recent call you've gotten, it should be at the top of your screen. Click the blue letter with the I icon next to the phone number you would like to block. Then you would scroll down to the bottom of your screen and click the button that says block this caller. You have now blocked this number. They can no longer call or text you. Call filtering apps. A call filtering app is an app that helps you determine if an unknown caller is a potential scam caller. The first thing you would do is click on the App Store. Then click on Search on the bottom right-hand corner. And click here and type a call filtering app name. Some examples are Hiya, Truecaller, RoboKiller, and TrapCall. So Hiya shows a Truecaller ID and blocks scam calls. Truecaller identifies callers who are not in your contacts and blocks scam calls. RoboKiller identifies spam calls, blockers, and the call screening. And TrapCall blocks scam calls and reveals the caller ID. So for all of them, you would click Get to download the app. And disclaimer, these apps may have in-app purchases. Other effective tactics. Before picking up, ignore decline calls from unknown numbers and caller IDs. Check the location of the caller. Do not pick up calls from places you don't recognize or live near. After picking up, if the caller claims you owe them money or a service, tell them you'll call them back, hang up, and confirm with an official representative to make sure they are who they claim to be. Avoid making payments over the phone, especially if you did not call them first. Make sure to ask a lot of questions. And don't speak and wait and hear what they have to say first. Hang up immediately if it sounds suspicious. If you have any questions about how to deal with scam calls, feel free to email us.
What should I do if I've been scammed? What to do as a victim of a scam call. Personal info. If you were scammed into giving away personal info, the sooner you act, the better. If you gave them your username and password info, Make sure to change your password right away or set up backup verification and authentication methods. If you gave them remote access to a computer, update your computer security software, then run a scan and try to delete anything that looks like a problem. If you gave them your social security number, visit identitytheft.gov to monitor your credit report for identity theft. What to do as a victim of a scam call MoneyWise. If you are scammed into giving away money, the sooner you act, the better. If you paid with a debit or credit card, contact your credit card company or bank and ask to reverse the charges. If you paid with a gift card, contact the company issuing the gift card and ask to refund the money. If you paid with a wire transfer, bank account to bank account, call the money transfer company, report fraud, and file a complaint. Unfortunately, sometimes you may not be able to get your money back, but regardless, these options should be tried anyways. We just learned what steps to take if you've been scammed. If you have any questions on what you learned, feel free to email us. Review of what you have learned. How can you identify scam calls? Be on the lookout for 3 common types of scam calls: Irs Tax Fraud Calls, fake bank and credit calls, and lottery and giveaway winner calls. Scam calls will most likely attempt to extract your personal information from you, so be cautious when providing your personal information on the phone. Also, remember that large companies will almost never call you first. 2. How can you prevent and avoid scam calls? You can prevent and avoid scam calls by reporting the call, blocking the phone number, or downloading a call filtering app. Some examples of these apps are Hiya, Truecaller, RoboKiller, and TrapCall.
How can you handle scam calls? If you happen to pick up a suspicious call, you can always hang up immediately and block or report a number. If you are unsure of whether or not you are being tricked, verify that the phone number belongs to someone you know or is an officially registered number of a company. You can do this by checking their website. What can you do as a victim of a scam call? If you get your personal information stolen, monitor your personal accounts and protect your info as needed. If you get money stolen, make sure to contact either your bank or credit card company or the company that the money transfer occurred under. So this is where we would generally have our Q&A session. Today we learned about scam calls. If you have any questions about anything we learned or any general questions about technology, feel free to email us, and our email is on the next slide. Thank you so much for attending our lesson. We really hope that you love the lesson as much as we enjoy teaching you. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us at our email, which is technology.by.teens@gmail.com. Here are our Instagram, Twitter, and website handles. This is the available recording of the lesson, which your librarian has sent to you by link. And I hope you enjoy the lesson. Thank you.